with respect to feral cats, and it's something that was sent to me in one of the emails, that by putting food out for feral cats, you cannot limit that food to just those feral cats. Deer, bear, skunks, raccoons, and skunks and raccoons have a fairly high incidence of being carriers of rabies. By the way, if you see a skunk or a raccoon during the day, you should call the health department, because they're nocturnal feeders. You don't see them during the day unless they're rabid. So we have this issue here. We will be addressing it, and I apologize to those folks who called me about deer feeding. There's nothing we can do until they're not included in the ordinance. Thank you.
At this time, I'm going to open up the public. We've heard from Mary Ann. We've had some questions addressed to her. At this time, I will open the public as it relates to proposed ordinance number 53, an ordinance adopting a code of ordinances of the Township of Wayne and the County of Passaic, State of New Jersey. So with that, I'll open the public.
Good evening. My name is Kate Riviello. It's R-I-V as in Victor, I-E-L-L-O. I'm from the Middletown area of New York. Thank you for having a non-resident be able to speak. I am the president of No Kill New York Incorporated. That is a 501c3. I have been rescuing cats and dogs for 22 years plus now. Our organization primarily investigates shelters or anyone else harboring animals in a facility. Our organization just filed the first criminal complaint against New York Animal Care and Control for their lack of veterinary care. The first criminal complaint. We are seeking to have shelter employees arrested for their criminal activities behind the walls of shelters. We have an international protest against kill pounds and breed-specific legislation on September 19th in 2015. Breed-specific legislation is against pit bulls and Rottweilers and other types of dogs. Usually, breed-specific legislation is a knee-jerk reaction by politicians and local municipalities when there is, for instance, a dog bite. All of a sudden, the politicians run to enact BSL, so they appear to be doing something that would safeguard the public when in fact it doesn't. And unfortunately, I get a bad taste in my mouth that there's been a kitten with rabies, that all of a sudden there is a ban on feeding feral cats. First of all, I want to quash this word feral cats, because as was pointed out by the Department of Health official, cats are a domestic animal that are man-made. If cats are loose outside, it's the fault of human beings. This is not a wild animal. Please consider in your ordinance to strike the word feral, and the vernacular that is currently being used and more legally correct is community cats. Cats are our passion in America. The media is finally getting it. The cat is out of the bag, that it is no longer a crazy person. The crazy cat lady is now becoming the most sane person in the room. So a ban on feeding cats that are outside. Those cats, like I say, are out there because of human error. It will be human responsibility that will take care of those cats that are there because of human error. There's a real big problem in starving a cat to death and letting that cat die. Last I checked in the state of New Jersey, by the way, I am a paralegal as well. Last I checked in the state of New Jersey, it is a felony to kill a cat. It is a misdemeanor to starve a cat to death. What we in our organization is doing is holding government municipalities responsible for crimes against dogs and cats, just as government holds citizens accountable for their crimes against animals. So you have a bit of a dilemma here, a bit of a caveat in starving cats to death. It's inherently cruel and criminal to do so. So how would that hold up, for instance, in the Supreme Court of New Jersey. Your Honor, we seek to defend our right to starve and kill cats despite taxpayer, with the use of taxpayer dollars, and despite the U.S. Constitution. I have no idea how the city of Wayne is going to enforce a ban on feeding cats on people's private property. Was that part of your ordinance, that people on their own private properties cannot feed a cat? There's something called the Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, where one is not able to conduct an illegal search and seizure. In the state of New Jersey, have you researched the difference between an administrative search warrant and a criminal search warrant? In order to go on someone's property and tell them what to do regarding the cats that are there, they'd have to have a criminal search warrant. An administrative search warrant will not hold up at the state level. It is a falsehood that cats are a danger to people, that rabies from cats is a danger to people. I'm kind of shocked that the Department of Health official is stating as a fact that, is that 5 minutes?
If you could just wrap up. Or something.
And I'll be more than happy to provide to you proof that that is a lie. I would rather your citizens with their taxpayer dollars, I mean, I would imagine that they're more concerned, rather than going through a whole Supreme Court battle of violating people for feeding cats, aren't you more concerned with your local businesses and gentrification and sidewalks and grants for kids? Luckily, you have a solution, and that is trap, neuter, release. We are asking Wayne, New Jersey to be a leader and have compassion and a sense of responsibility and do the right thing by cats. I am begging you, be an example to children.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.